You're commuting home with Katz and Cosby. Now, here's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby on 77 WABC.
And joining us now to talk about all of this, you guys, we have Michael Goodwin, who is with the New York Post. Michael, the optics look so bad. And this is coming at a time where Kamala Harris really has taken just unbelievable heat after her, I thought, was just an empty suit press tour that she had this week.
Good evening, Rita. Yes, it's not been a good week for her. And the media is actually hurting her. They're trying to bend over backwards to help her in every way possible. But with the CBS, editing of the 60 Minutes transcript, the Telemundo letting her use a teleprompter in a town hall meeting, and then that Vogue cover, which is just, bad timing. I don't know. The lighting was good, but the timing was bad.
Yeah, that's for sure. And by the way, the Vogue cover, you're right. It's like they put it out, the candidate of our time. I mean, they didn't quite say we're electing her, but it sure sounds like they're endorsing her. And where is Melania Trump, who's absolutely beautiful? She should have been on those covers.
They never did that for her. They never did that for her. These magazines scrupulously ignored when she was first lady.
Yeah, and she's even saying this is a double standard. My goodness.
Michael, I want to ask you this question. What do you think about having Obama and Clinton out there to try to make this flailing campaign survive? What are your thoughts?
Well, look, I think they would be out there for any Democrat. I think that's just the way the party sticks together. I mean, interesting, of course, you don't see George Bush out there stumping for the Republicans. But Jimmy Carter would be out there, too, if he could. That's just the way the Democrats roll. They're much more united. They're all about winning. The Republicans, for the most part, are all about purity and arguing. I don't think they'll make a difference. People are aging very quickly in our society in the sense that it seems a long time ago since Barack Obama was president. And he's never been able to deliver for anybody except himself, even when he was president. I mean, he lost, 9 Senate seats, and he lost both houses of Congress. So I think that his influence has only waned since then, and his lecturing of black men that to be a real male, they have to vote for Kamala Harris, I think is not going to get off the ground. That just doesn't make any sense. There's a whole the New York Times endorsement of Harris is pathetic when you read that there's no case to be made for her. You can only argue against Donald Trump. And that, I think, is the ultimate weakness here. I mean, the Wall Street Journal has a poll out today on 7 battleground states, which are all very close. They're all within the margin of error. But voters, by overwhelming numbers, think Trump did a better job on the economy and the border, which the voters identify as the 2 most important issues. They all think Trump did a better job than Biden and Harris. So it seems to me that voters are pretty clear about this. And when you see the polls begin to move in Trump's favor, there's a real possibility that if he doesn't screw it up, he could possibly win by a significant margin. Now, you're in the Electoral College, and you're looking at the popular vote, which she is ahead in most polls by about two points. Well, I think at this point in 2020, Biden was up nearly double digits, and Clinton also had a significant lead in the popular vote. So if the polls are still under-polling Trump supporters, then he's got a hidden vote out there that really could be decisive in a big way.
You know, it's interesting, Michael Goodwin, as you're talking about that, I'm also thinking that clearly if everybody knows that's sort of the trend, and certainly the campaigns know that, which is why I was watching Obama last night, and he was particularly blistering, just like you said. He can't make the case. In fact, he even said he had to catch himself at one moment. He actually said, I know you're not happy, everybody, with how things are going. I was ready for him to say, and don't vote for Biden-Harris. He was 1 second away from that, and then he had to catch himself. And then
that's the logical conclusion, isn't it?
Yes, and then he had to do whoa, I can't go there, right? And then the next thing out of his mouth was it was really distasteful. He started going after Trump in a really nasty way and saying, his age, like maybe he has adult diapers, he actually insinuated. It was stunning.
Yeah. Well, the candidate of hope and change, right, is now the candidate of voting for the same old thing because it's the party. Look, he doesn't have much to work with here. There's no real material. She's running a terrible campaign. The media hiding and then going to the safe spaces. That's not working. I mean, even the rogue interviewer at CBS who dares to ask a tough question, she gives the word salad answer, and 60 Minutes then edits the tape and won't release the transcript. So it's not really helping her because, I mean, I have to say I'm surprised that she is so vacuous. I mean, some of these times, I swear, she's like the Valley Girl. Remember that sort of, oh my, and my heart. I mean, it's just bizarre. I mean, I don't know what she's afraid of, why she isn't more forthcoming, why she isn't more forceful. It's really as though she's painfully shy, or she has nothing to say, or she's hiding what she really feels and believes. And I think all of those are disqualifying.
Yeah, I do too. Ed Cox, what do you think it is?
Look, Obama's got a real problem. You go way back, Biden steps down, and Harris is a logical successor.
But it was a logical successor, but Obama really didn't want her.
He didn't want her. He did not want her. He wanted an open convention to look at maybe Cooper in North Carolina, Governor of Michigan, Kelly in Arizona. He knew that Harris was not a winner from the start.
Yeah, I'm not sure I buy that. I think that when you remove Biden, and he was definitely for that, Obama, when you're pushing Biden aside, it's very hard to see how you pass up Harris. I think there would have been a race riot in the party. I think it would have torn the party apart. So I think really by laying back on his support for Harris, I think Obama was basically saying, I'm not taking the lead. I know what's going to happen, and I'll come in at the right time, but I don't want it to look like I'm picking the candidate. I think that was a ploy rather than a heartfelt concern about her. He may have had some heartfelt concerns, but when you push Biden aside in this environment, and at that date, that Harris is going to be the nominee.
Yeah, although, by the way, it was interesting. She was asked about that, too, and she fumbled on that answer, too. Like, what happened? It was like, that's a trick question. What a mess. Michael Goodwin, thank you very much. We love having you here, my friend. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you all.
Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
If you're a facilities manager at a warehouse and your HVAC system goes down, it can turn up the heat, literally. But don't sweat it. Grainger has you covered. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products for all your operations, including warehouse HVAC maintenance. And even better, they offer access to experts and fast delivery, so you and your warehouse can both keep your cool. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.